This group of words, pre-K through grade 2, is probably the trickiest cluster of words to teach kids because it comes from an abstract strand of math: operations, algebraic thinking, and number-based 10. This is one of the reasons I think this is one of the most important group of words to work with kids, because they don't really understand the concepts as well, and there are fundamental concepts to being able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. It begins with me with just number, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, we're just counting on our fingers. Then you can do numerals by sort of drawing the number in the air. So the word numeral, numeral 1, numeral 2, numeral 3, like that. Once you've established number versus numeral, you can start working on digits. So here I have my hand, and the fingers are actually called digits. So I'll move over a little so you can see this better. These would be the digits of my hand. You also have digits on your feet. Those would be your toes. So each one becomes a place. So this could become the hundreds place. This would be the tens place and the ones place. Now, when you do this with your class, put it over your right side and look out at it the way the kids would be seeing it, because you don't want to be all left, right, messed up. So you want to have looking out as if this number is to the left. That's the highest place value we have right now. Hundreds, tens, ones. Thousands, 10,000s. Later on, we'll get the decimals over here like that. Now, here's the great thing about this. Once you've established that those fingers represent a value, you can put these unifix cubes on top, and you can play around with making numbers like this: 200, 3 tens, 3 ones. 233. 200s, 3 tens, 3 ones. And you can build on the hand to make really big or really small numbers, just like that. Becomes a great way of showing the digits. Once you've got that, you want to use this gesture here to expand it, especially as you get towards second grade. You take a number like this, and then you expand it like that. 300, 2 tens, 1 1, 321. So this becomes the motion for expand. Another big concept in the younger grades is the idea of a number line. So I'm going to move just a little bit here again. I usually put my arms out like that to show that it goes on forever in both directions. So this becomes number line. Once you've established a number line, again, think about it as the kids are looking at you. So this here would be 0, right, at the end, and we're going this way. And this would be 1 right on the elbow, 2, 3, 4 on the other elbow, and 5. So I usually use my arms like this, and I get out here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number line, number line. Once you've got that down, you can go for halves. So if you've got 0, 1, half. You might even get fourths, eighths, but you can go 0, 1, half. Once you've established that, it's really fun to count all the way up by halves all the way up to 4. So you'd be like 0, half, 1, 1 1/2. I usually say on the bicep. 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 5. And you could go backwards. 5, 4 1/2, 4, and you come all the way back down to 0. So this becomes your number line, a way to show both fractions and the idea that you can represent these numbers on a number line. Once you've established that, you've got to go in for your adding and subtracting words. So sum, you think about bringing together, and I usually use the plus sign, summed. So you bring them together, sum. Difference, I usually go like this. Find the difference. Find the difference. Once you've got this as difference, you could also do subtract, take away, subtract, find the difference. Those are similar operations in math. Then you can add up or add on. So you add up to find the difference. Or if you want to add on, you put it right on top. Again, estimate. We covered that one earlier one, estimate. And then you could do some of the algebraic words like pattern, pattern. Is there a pattern there? Once you've covered that, you have a few other number words like first, second, third. I usually do those by kind of showing an order. First, number 1, second, third, fourth. So that kind of counting is important in the younger grades. Once we start to work with base 10, we start to do trading. Later on in the upper grades, this might be convert. So we're making a trade. 100 for 10 tens, 110 for 10 ones. Make a trade. You might be able to have like a number sentence. So I usually write like that, an equation. So you have like a number sentence or equation. Another big idea with the Common Core is this idea that you can break apart numbers. So you can break them down and put them together. You might be able to make a 10, 4 and 6, 7 and 3, 8 and 2, 9 and 1. This is make a 10 for me, because that's a big idea here. 7 and 3, 8 and 2, 9 and 1, 5 and 5, 8 and 10. Break it down, put it together. Break it down, put it together. When you're comparing numbers, you want to be able to have your greater than, equal. This is a tricky one for me, because a lot of teachers are very adamant that this sign is the greater than sign, and this is the less than sign. But usually I introduce it by saying that the open side is pointing to the bigger group. So this wall is greater than, this wall is greater than. And of course that would be less than, depending on where you're oriented. Of course, when you encounter it in writing and you want to say the greater than sign, you want to have it oriented the right way. But for me, just establishing the idea that the greater than is that way, and again, this is equal. A couple of more words we have in this group. We have even and odd. So if you're going to divide later on into 2 equal parts, we have the even numbers. So 2 equal parts, 2, 4, 6, 8, even, because you can break them into 2 equal parts. Odd numbers, 1, 3, 5. Odd numbers, 1, 3, 5. The kids say odd numbers. And finally, the idea of an array. This is a tricky one. I haven't got this one totally worked out yet, but I'm kind of thinking an array might be like this. So you have going across and going up and down an array. So that would be, for me, array. A couple of last words. When we do problem solving, I like them to show, right? I like to show. This is a symbol for show me. Show it on paper. What you know, what's in the problem or what's in your head, show what you know. The final one is show what you need to find out. What's the question asking? Show that. And then steps, I usually mark up and down like this. These are steps. And circle your answer. Don't forget the units. Check it. So when we do problem solving, we have those 5 signals. We have show what you know, what's in the problem. Show what you need to find out. Steps, circle your answer. Units, the U stands for units, like feet, miles, inches, lollipops, and then check your answer. Check your answer. And those are pretty much those are the words for kindergarten through grade 2. Good luck with those.